All right, guys. Welcome. I see some of our coaches are on here. I just wanted to, welcome you guys to the group. I just want to open it up. If you have questions right away that you're like burning to get asked, we can answer those. And then what I told my coaches was if, like, let's say Angela asks a question and it kind of gears more towards one of my other coaches, like they're going to kind of step in and answer your question. But anything you have, it's open. You can ask anything you want to. We're not going to sugarcoat anything. We're going to tell you how it is or answer your questions. I do have a few questions that I was just getting asked back and forth from some other people. So and then some of my newer coaches are on here too, and so I asked them to kind of, just think of things that, you were kind of scared of or anticipated before you started coaching. So, and Courtney, I can pick on you because I can actually see you guys. Do you guys have any questions right away that's maybe holding you back from coaching or that you're scared of or not sure of or anything that we can kind of answer to start off with?
I don't have anything right off the bat.
Okay. Courtney, you have anything?
I don't think right off the bat. I'll probably have someone to go along maybe.
Okay. First and foremost, as coaches, there's not, I just did a video a little bit ago, but there's just really not anything that sets me apart from a challenge, because we seriously, we are a team. We do everything together. We help each other. If you see posts on Facebook, there's probably comments underneath from all of us. We just support each other. We're there for each other. We do have, I had one question about the team calls because I must post about them a lot. So my team, the Empower Dynasty, we have team calls on Tuesday nights at 8:30 to 9. It usually spills a little bit over because I chat too much sometimes. But really those are just one time a week. They are recorded, just like this call is recorded for those people who can't make it. We use those calls to brainstorm, to get ideas, to talk about what's working, what's not working, how to deal with objections, how to better yourself as a coach. We talk about fun things, like in April, we are all going to Minnesota to, it's called Super Saturday, but it's actually on Sunday. And so it's a big kind of get together for all of us, and we get to meet and greet and hang out and shop and eat cupcakes because we did last time. So we definitely have to have cupcakes again. But that's kind of what we do on our team calls. That was one of the questions. And so I had somebody ask if she couldn't make it. They're recorded, so they're there for you. I always post them. We have a team page. So it is on Facebook. It's closed, obviously. It's only our coaches allowed in there. And so usually I try to post almost every single day, just information just to help you kind of be the best coach you can be. So you're not constantly searching for stuff. I'm kind of putting it there for you to have. And then, that's where I post recordings. That's where I post new information. We have Summit coming up in July, which is kind of a big thing for Beachbody. So I post things about that. We have a Facebook thread. So today, if Autumn had a question really quick, she could just type it in there and one of us will get to it as soon as we possibly can. Just because I know we all have different schedules. The majority of us are teachers or work full-time jobs. So you don't have to be a teacher. Somebody asked me today, do I have to be a teacher to be on your team? And I literally just laughed. I was like, no, but I do, you do attract people like you. And so, whether you're on here because you are, somebody that I knew in high school and college, met through a friend, or you're a teacher, it just happens that way. And actually Kylie, my coach, is a teacher as well. So we kind of all just get each other. So that was one question that I did have. Is there anything else you can think of right now? Otherwise I can keep going through my questions. I just don't want to talk the whole time because I do that a lot. Is everybody okay still? Okay. Another thing I had was, what do I have to do as a coach? And so I actually just did a video quick before this call just to kind of break the ice on that. So one of the best things about Beachbody is you can make it what you want to do or what you want to make it. So let's say Courtney's envisioning herself not working her full-time job in August. So she can make that happen. She can spend more time with Beachbody. She can help as many people as she possibly can and really push and make this something that secure, or that what do I want to say? Like amplify it that much. Let's say Angela's like, I have a full-time job. I just want to help a couple of people every month. She can do that. I know there's lots of teachers on here. We can't work, 8 to 5 with Beachbody. So after school, after sport events, like we put our time into it. So one of the best things about Beachbody is you guys can make it whatever you want it to be. When I first started coaching, I'll be honest, I signed a couple people up. Actually, Erin's on the call. I reached out to people I knew, I liked, and I trusted. So yeah, I do like you. I just kind of started there, and then it grew a little bit, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm really making a difference. I can really inspire people, because that was something that obviously I think probably all of us coaches at first were like, I can't inspire anybody. Like, why is she asking me to coach? And so it kind of grows as well. And 16, 17 months later, I'm actually able to create an income from Beachbody that surpasses my teaching income, which I've been teaching for 4 years. I've been coaching Beachbody for 16 months. And so that right there to me tells you that it is what you make it. So if you put more time and energy into it, you're going to get more out of it. But you can make it what you want. So if you're a busy mom, if you're working full time, maybe you work nights, maybe you have some crazy schedule. Some of the people bring their kids to the calls. Like, it's okay. We love Caden. Like, we see him all the time. And so it's really like the best thing ever, because you can work your business from anywhere. Erin, I'm actually going to have you chat a little bit. So I know you're a teacher, you're a coach. How do you find time for Beachbody to work? Because you're probably one of our busiest coaches.
Okay, so I teach full-time in Storm Lake, and I am also a 2 sports athletic coach for fall and spring. So I get really busy right when August starts, and then I'm busy up until Christmas usually, and then kind of kicks back off about mid-February. But my husband is a deputy, so he's gone a lot at night. And I usually am I work out in the morning, so I try to anyways, depending on this daylight savings time stuff. But I usually can get my messages done, my invites, and basically just start connecting with people and making the coach thing work at night. Not during coaching season when he works nights. That gives me 2 to 3 hours to just hammer out things that I need to get done. But I mean, you just kind of fit it in your cracks. When you are, I know sometimes if I have a little bit of time at school and I'm caught up on everything there, I can sometimes use my lunchtime if I even get a lunch, but I can use my lunchtime to maybe send a quick Facebook message to a challenger, or continue a conversation that I had started the night before, or in the morning, and just continue it through that. But yeah, for me, it's just I have to find the cracks in the time. That way, it's not the best thing about Beachbody is you don't have a set schedule. So if I can hit it really hard Mondays and Wednesdays, or Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays when I don't have games, and Jake's gone, that's when I hit it the hardest, I guess. But I mean, you do a little bit here and there every day. It just depends on your schedule and what is comfortable and what works for you. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with everything, since my life gets super hectic, and just with everything that I'm doing every day. But you just find the time.
Yeah, I agree. And I know when I started coaching, it was October. And so, August, September, October, those are kind of crazy months for teachers. I know for sure. I was coaching volleyball as well. And so honestly, I reached out to Kylie a lot and was like, hey, how do I do this? Or how do I balance this? And she was there to help, not just because she's a teacher, but also because your coach is there for you, just as you will be there for your challengers or coaches and stuff. But I think one of the best things was she was like, you know, find what you need to do every single day and just do those things. And then if you have extra time, you can do other things. You can add to it. You can create more. And once I got used to my schedule, once I got used to teaching, coaching, and then doing some Beachbody stuff at night, you know, now I can fit it in, like Erin was saying, those random times of the day. Now I can fit it in the car or like in the morning or whatever. But like she said, you know, don't overwhelm yourself. You don't have to build Rome in a day. You know, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to be a top 10 coach in like the first 3 months. Because I think Kylie can probably vouch, like when I started coaching, I was like, oh my God, I have to do this, this, and this, and this, and this. And she's just like, okay, like I know you're excited. I know you know, are going to do great, but you have to like build your foundation too. And so, Kylie, we were just chatting a little bit about like trying to fit Beachbody into scheduling and like your life, because I think actually everybody on here pretty much, you know, has their own job, and they're going to try to kind of make Beachbody work. And Erin touched a little bit on it, but I didn't know if you like just had anything to add, because you did just have a newborn. So.
Yeah. So I think that's a question and objection that people have a lot, whether it's even just doing a challenge group or coaching, is that I'm busy, like I don't have time. But I've been working on this a lot, because I have a son, he's going to be 3 months next week. And it takes a lot. I had a good schedule going, a good routine with my 2-year-old. And then now you throw in a newborn, and it's more of, you have to really focus. And even just in life in general, like scheduling your time, I guarantee you spend and get sucked into Facebook scrolling 20 minutes at least before you all of a sudden look up and are like, wait a minute, what the heck? Because I catch myself doing it every once in a while too. And so when people tell me they're busy, I just kind of like, I giggle, because I'm like, really? Are you though? Like, and definitely what those two said, it's in the cracks. And for me, I will be honest, I work at a school that's pretty like by the book, you know, you can't really mess around too much. So honestly, from like 8 to 4, I can't do my business. Where the school I was at previously, I could get away with stuff during my prep, stuff during my lunch, and like it wasn't a big deal. But now it's honestly from 8 to 4, like I'm not on my phone. And like my coaches know that. And if they need to get a hold of me, they have to text me, because text is really the only thing I check on my phone. And so I used to work in the morning a little bit, but now that I'm up kind of all night, and sometimes I need to sleep and sometimes I don't. So honestly, my work time is like, my daughter just went to bed. So now it'll be like 8:30 to like 10:30 before I go to bed. So you don't need 4 to 8 hours a day to do this. You know, everything that you need to do as a coach, you can get done in a half an hour or an hour. And kind of like Erin said, it's up to you how much time you want to put into it. And I think that's the biggest thing. It's not like, you know, I check in with Megan every day, and I'm like, Megan, how many hours did you put in today? And she's like, oh, I put in 1, you know, and then I'm not like, seriously, 1, that's it? Like it's what works for you and what fits in your schedule. And if the weekends are less busy for you, then you can work more on the weekends. And I hate saying work, because honestly, you get to a point where it doesn't feel like work. Like this doesn't feel like work. This is like, hey, I'm on a call. I'm talking to awesome people that like want to learn more about this opportunity. So to me, I guess I don't even think about it as work. I think of it as, you know, trying to change those lives and find those people and put in that time and that kind of thing. So you have the time. It's just a matter of how badly you want to, and then just fitting it in those cracks and fitting it in those small amounts of the day that you can. So
yeah, I agree. I had one about social media posting. I don't want to go to it quite yet unless there's other questions about like time management. Does anybody else have any questions like fitting it in? There is no, like we said, there's no certain set hours. There's no boss. There's no, like Kylie posted last summer, like the boss let me go to the pool. Like you are your own boss. Like it's awesome. You know, you create your hours, you put in enough work. You know, a lot of us, how many of us, like raise your hand if you ever went to work with a headache, not feeling good, tired, cranky, like how many of you ever went to work like that? Okay. So somebody asked me that question, and I was like, well, yeah, like as a teacher, it's easier to be there and be sick than it is to be gone. But with Beachbody, it's like, it was easier for me to not show up because I was busy, until somebody asked me like, well, why do you show up for your other job, but you can't show up for yourself? And so that kind of changed my whole thinking too with Beachbody and stuff is, it might be, sending messages to other people. It might be posting and trying to reach other people, but you're also building yourself. And that was one thing with coaching that I think has helped me. I remember when I did my first live video or posted my first time on Facebook, like my heart was just like pounding and racing. I was so scared. And there was just certain things with coaching, you guys, that I was like, I don't want to say the SHIT word, but I was so scared. Like, I was just like, oh my God, she wants me to do what? And now I do it without even thinking about it because of the fact that, like she said, it's not work. You feel it. And if you don't have that, then maybe, you're probably not wanting to coach, or maybe coaching isn't right for you. And it's not for everyone, and that's okay. But the only thing is, don't shut it off just because you're scared of posting on social media right now. Don't shut it off because you're scared of messaging people right now. Like, I literally have people on this call that are my coaches that I have never seen in person, but I can tell you 100 things about them because I connect with them and like they connect with me, and I know what they're good at. They know what I'm good at. We know our weaknesses and stuff. And so don't shut yourself off from this opportunity because you're scared. Because I think I told Kylie no 3 times for like 3 months because I was so scared. I was like, why does she want me to coach? Like, first of all, I have tons of weight to lose. Second of all, like, I'm not where I need to be. I'm not going to inspire anybody. I can't post on social media. I'm certainly not messaging anybody. Like, I literally was like, I can't do this. And she's, said to me, she's like, well, I wouldn't ask you if I didn't think that you could, or I didn't believe in you. And so there was actually a point where she believed in me more than I believed in myself. And I think that happens sometimes, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to not be 100%. A couple of people on here, I asked them to coach, like Erin, she was like, yeah, sure. Like, let's do this. Was she scared, like crapless? Yes, absolutely. Like, I know she said that before. And so I want to put that out there. Like, if you're scared of posting, messaging people, social media, what people think, all this stuff, like, it is so real, and it's okay to be scared. It's okay to, I don't know, be like, well, I don't know if I want to post on social media because I'm not sure if people will really enjoy that. Like, I understand that there's things that you are scared of because I was there too. I had that same thing. And you just kind of grow yourself, and you build yourself, you kind of fix yourself. And I think coaching kind of has brought me to where I was before and has kind of allowed me to keep going. Fitness wise, it's, brought me to new heights. Emotionally, like, with confidence and things like that, coaching has helped so much because you're like, you know what, I'm just going to jump outside of my comfort zone, and you just do it. And then you're like, oh my God, like, I just did that. And then you keep searching for more. So before I went to social media posting, I just wanted to kind of touch on that part. It's okay to like be scared, because I literally remember looking at Kylie and I'm like, I'm not messaging people. And she was like, okay, like, all right, let's find something else we can get you to do.
She literally did. She refused. She's like, I can't do that. Like, yeah. So if you feel that way, like if you feel scared, if you feel like nervous, that's a good thing. Like, if you were just like, nah, whatever, I'll message people, it doesn't matter. Like, if you don't have, I think scary, like those emotions, that like means that you care, and that means that it means something. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, that's a good thing. Like,
yeah, definitely. But the question I had about social media was, how many times do I have to post on social media, and what do I have to post? And I'm going to be kind of icky right now. How many of you have been on social media and saw like those gross ads of whether it's weight loss or whether it's something else? You've just seen the same photo, the same information. You've seen, just crappy photos of other programs. Like, we've all seen them. I know we've seen them because they're on social media. I think one of the best things that Beachbody has brought to my attention is we might not be fitness trainers. We might not be personal trainers. We might not have a fitness background. But I guarantee if I ask my coaches right now to raise their hand if they've ever helped anybody lose an inch or a pound, I guarantee all of their hands will be in the air. because of the fact that we are supporting other people. We're coaching them. You know, we're not telling people we're fitness trainers. We're not telling people that we are size 2 and that we are 100% on nutrition. No, we are human beings, and we share that with people, and people connect with us, and they're like, holy crap, if she can do this, I can do this. That's what coaching is. You don't have to be a size 2. You don't have to have the best body, a 6-pack. You don't have to have all of this, like, things that people think that you have to have. You don't have to be 100%. Like, is this more than 8 ounces? Yeah, it is. And I don't care. Like, we're human, you guys. Like, we are freaking human. It's okay. Like, I have so many people who kind of are like, oh, well, you're a coach. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do what you do. You mean live my life and just share it with people. So with posting, when I first started, I think Kylie was like, hey, try to post, 1 to 3 times a day on your social media. I'm like, okay, I can do that. But I never posted before. Whether it was a holiday photo of my family or something like that. I just never really posted on Facebook because I used Twitter a lot, like way back when, even though it's cool now and whatever. But I never really posted. And so I was like, well, I don't know what to post. And so every single day I just committed to posting my workout photo. Whether it was a sweaty selfie, whether it was my husband getting his butt kicked, whether it was our dog, like something to do with workouts. I just said, you know what, I can do that every single day. And like the first time was scary because you're like, oh my gosh, what are people going to think? And then you get that message. Like your post inspired me to blank and like fill that in. Getting those messages from people is like, that's why I'm posting on social media. But then, besides my workout posts, I was like, well, what else should I post? And so I'm thinking to myself, oh, I have to post, about my Shakeology. I have to post about my workouts. I have to post about, Beachbody all in everyone's face. Like if you go to my page right now, the only thing that you'll see about Beachbody is I just signed up for the Classic. That's it. But I'm a Beachbody coach. So like you can seriously go to Kylie's page, go to Erin's page, go to Megan's page. She's a new coach, you guys. Go to Autumn's page. She has a kid. Like go to Riley's. Go to anyone's page on this call right now that's a coach. And I guarantee there will not be any of those like icky, nasty posts. It'll be their faces, their bodies like working out. It'll be them enjoying their Shakeology or enjoying the performance line or just enjoying being a part of a group, being a coach. And I think that was kind of one of the best things that I was a part of was that aspect of posting. It's not, you have to post this at 2:00. You have to post this at 6:00. Here's the script. No, it's literally just you sharing your life and people connect differently. And so like Kylie and I are both teachers. I might reach out and connect with, like I connected with Megan. She has a dog. So do I. We don't have kids. Okay. I connected with Autumn. She has a kid. I don't have a kid, but we had mutual interests. And so you just kind of reach out to different people and you kind of connect with different people. I don't know if you guys have anything to add about like posting and stuff or how you feel about it.
I like when I first started, like Megan said, like I hated posting. I was pretty like rare when I was on Facebook. I really didn't post a lot of pictures. But like as I started posting, it got easier and it got less scary. Unless it was like a full on live video or something that everyone's scared of because you're super raw and real. But like I was told a couple times, like Kylie's told me this on like team calls and like Megan said stuff to me about it. Just find your niche, like find what makes you you and, just talk about it. I mean, I'm a soccer coach and volleyball coach. So I would post about game day or being super busy and still having time to meal prep and get my workouts in and then get up the next day and do it all over again. But you just need to find your niche and find the people that you can relate to the most because they'll learn to trust you and you'll be able to build those relationships. Because I've built relationships with people that I didn't know really. I mean, I've talked to maybe once or twice, but never really had a good relationship with. And then now, like, I talk to them every day. So it's kind of, just find what works for you and find your audience kind of thing. I still struggle with that, but, some days are better than others depending on how many times you post a day. and who you can reach. But
And to go off of what Erin said, I had a girl who I've been talking to about coaching, and her big thing is, I don't really have a story to tell. And I'm like, no, you do. You just have to learn how to tell your story. It can be something as silly as, going to the grocery store, but it's kind of the way you tell it. You can take those little everyday things and just make that into the story to reach out to people. Like, my life's pretty boring. I'm a teacher. I live on a farm. But you just find those little things that, like Erin said, make you special. I show dogs. And so one of my niches has been the dog show community. I've had a lot of awesome people join me just because they saw me posting about it. So.
Yeah, I agree with that story thing. Kylie, do you want to talk about like sharing your story? Because I started coaching because you shared your story.
Right. And I just want to hit that home again too. Like, this coaching, building a business, doing this, it's not selling. I never feel like I'm selling to people. Or like posting and selling things. I am just sharing my story. Like, I'm sharing my life. I'm sharing, like, right now it's me sharing about how I'm so freaking tired all the time. But then I try to turn around like, hey, I'm still doing this. Trying to promote or talk about that. But it's just sharing your story and being open and honest. And it is scary at first. Like, I remember when I did my first post and I decided I was going to be a coach, I posted my transformation. This is what I literally did. I just sat down and I typed out my story. I said, since I can almost remember it word for word, but like the summer, I worked on my fitness. I took back my life. I worked on this, and I showed the picture of how far I'd come and talked about why I started and why I wanted to work out at home, why I wanted to be a healthier mom and all those things. And I posted it and I shut my phone off and I walked away. And a half an hour later, I was like, oh my God, I can't look. And I opened it up and I had 3 or 4 messages from people. They're like, tell me what you're doing. And I had a ton of comments and I had a bunch of likes, and that started it. And it was all because, and honestly, like, Megan messaged me because of that post, because she saw my transformation and she saw my story, and she was like, oh my gosh, that's what I want. I want that. And that's all it is. It's sharing your story and sharing it often and making people realize that they can do it too. That they don't have to try and squeeze into pants or to cringe when they go to the doctor and step on the scale. And it's just sharing your story and connecting. And kind of like Erin said, you find your niche, you find your people you connect with. Like mine as a mom, I'm a busy mom, I'm a working mom, and I have those things. But also my husband went through a lot of sickness these last few months with depression and anxiety. And the more I share that, the more people actually will just message me and open up and say, I struggle with that. Like, thank you for opening up and talking about that, and just bringing awareness to the fact that it's an illness. Like, it happens. Like, people struggle with that, and rather than shaming it or hiding it, being open about it. And just those little things, like, it was so scary to talk about. It was so scary to like have those issues, but the more you talk about it, the more people connect with you, and the more that they build that trust with you and just build that stronger relationship and everything. So you find the people that connect with you, and it's just all from sharing your story. And I remember I was talking to a gal from within the Beachbody community, and I said something about, I was struggling posting about, like, I don't remember what it was. I think it was talking about being a coach. Like, I struggle with that because sometimes as a teacher, I feel like, well, I can't talk about having another job. But one of the things she told me, and I'm going to say this and then mute and try and get him to calm down. But she goes, if you posted about, coaching or your workouts or whatever as passionately as you post about your kids, she's like, just imagine what would happen. And I was like, that's so true. Like, I post about my kids, like, because they're the light of my life. They're the best thing in my life. And so I post about them without fear of what anybody's going to think. And that's kind of the mindset you have to go into too, that, oh gosh, bless you. that whatever drives you, whatever that passion is, like, you just go out there, because you never know who's going to read that and need that quote and need that motivation. And need that uplifting, seeing your face or seeing that motivation and that kind of thing. So sorry if I got a little off there.
No, you're fine. Yeah, do you guys have questions like coming from like what we're talking about now? Anybody have questions?
I kind of want to say something that's may or may not be related to this. I don't know.
Okay.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Angela. I went to high school with Megan, and I don't know. I just feel different. I don't feel like the rest of you. You all talk about how fabulous all your husbands are, and you're all teachers, and I'm not a teacher, so I feel like excluded there. But then also, I actually recently just got divorced. Like 2 months ago, recent. So it's, I don't know, like mentally, I'm just trying to find myself again, and I feel lost. I have my 2 dogs, but, I don't have that person. Sorry, I'm gonna get like super emotional. I was not the one that wanted the divorce. So right now, like, honestly, I'm just trying to pick myself up. And so, coaching scares me because, like, it's hard enough for me to find myself, let alone try to reach out to other people and, like, pick them up also at the same time. So that's my biggest concern.
And actually, I'm kind of glad you shared that because, I know Megan and Courtney, and I know a couple other girls aren't teachers, and I know that Autumn as well, like, has gone through a divorce, and so I think,
I'm actually still not divorced quite yet.
Oh, right. Sorry, but like, I mean, when you said something, you saw like 3 of us like perk up because we're like, oh my God, I've been there, or we were like, oh my God, like we're listening to your story. Like I don't want to say, how do I say this correctly? I know who you are, and I know what you have inside of you, and I also know what my team has as well. I know that Kylie went through crap a couple months ago. Guess who was right behind her the entire way? Like, we were seriously right behind her. Erin went through some stuff with her mother-in-law. I hope that's okay. I'm sharing that. Went through stuff with her mother-in-law, and we were, on there, like, we're supporting you. We're behind you. We might have husbands. We might have, like, Megan, I'm going to pick you because you don't have a husband. And I'm sorry. I don't want to, like, throw you aside. Like, Megan has a dog, and she loves her life. She loves what she's doing, and she's, growing as a coach. I'll let you talk in a second. I just want to say that, like, when you feel like you're finding yourself, I need to say this without crying. Okay. When I first started my journey, I reached out to Kylie. I was literally less than 2 weeks married. Like, it was July 27th. I got married on July 18th. Like, it was literally less than 2 weeks. I was unhappy. I hated myself. I was bawling. I literally was just a wreck, like, emotionally. I needed something. I needed to belong to something. I needed that feeling. I needed to find myself. And so I joined the challenge group. I wanted to feel better myself. And I know you work out a lot. I know you care about your body. You care about yourself. And you post on social media like it is your freaking job. Sorry. You were like, you're fierce. Like, you do. You post. You don't care what anyone says. And like, some days I'm like, damn, like, I want to do that. And so you might have insecurities. You might not have a husband. Not saying 100% of the time it's like a good thing. But like, we're here to support you. Our challenge groups, like, you're in our challenge groups, like, we are always there for you. We're all there for you. We're connecting. We invited you to Minnesota for a reason. We want you to be a part of our team. And I believe strongly, I know Kylie believes strongly in our team and our team unity, that coaching has helped me become this strong, super happy, energetic person, confident person. Coaching has done that for me. And I know it sounds crazy because it is exhausting picking up other people. But at the same time, you relate to other people and you're like, okay, like, I can do this. Then you talk to somebody and you hear their story and you're like, oh my God, I thought my life was awful. Or you hear stories and you're like, it kind of just reminds you not to live 1 second. Don't let 1 second go by without going all in and doing absolutely everything you want to do, because life is too short, and unfortunately you're going through a divorce or went through a divorce and you didn't want it to happen. And I know I saw you in person. I know it's not something you wanted to happen, but to know that you're on this call right now, you're picking yourself up, and we're all part of a team behind you. I think that shows too, coaching has brought you to this, so it's let you take that next step. You've already like kind of upped the bar already. You're here, you're asking questions. So even though you feel like you're broken and you're not all put together and stuff, you are a part of our team, whether you're a freaking teacher or not. Like, you're a dog mom, girl. You are in this like group. But Megan, I don't know if you want to just talk a little bit about coaching and being by yourself and sharing that, because I mean, you're freaking happy all the time. Like, do you want to?
Are you sure you're talking to the right Megan?
Oh crap! There's not another Megan on here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely nerve-wracking. I never really thought about being a coach. I'm not the type of person that like reaches out and just talks to people that I don't really know or I've never really gotten to know. So that's definitely something new for me. But I mean, starting this journey has like made me feel better about myself. I mean, like, I'd see pictures posted and it would just be so embarrassing, or like I'd be like, wow, I really look like that. Like, I didn't think I looked that bad. But I mean, I feel like it's helped me a lot with being more outgoing, because I'm actually very like quiet and shy. So the more I feel better about myself, I think the more I'm getting out there. And I do feel like I have a better attitude. There's some days that I feel really grumpy and agitated, or I'm hungry like all day. But I mean, I feel like this journey has helped a ton, and I've met a lot of like great new people that are awesome support wise. I mean, all you guys are like inspirational to see you posting everything. And no matter like if you have to do, the modifications or you can go full out. Everyone's always there supporting you and cheering you on. And so, I mean, I've really gotten to enjoy it. The reaching out to people is still hard. A lot of people either just don't respond, or, they'll read it and then you'll never hear from them again. So that's still something I'm getting used to, but I just keep doing it day by day and take it day by day.
Mm-hmm. And actually, like, even, reaching out to people and stuff, a lot of people that, and I don't know if this is true for Erin or anything, but like a lot of people that you reach out to, they're just waiting to see your journey kind of explode. They're just waiting to see, things happen. Like, Megan has posted every single day for like 70 some days now. Like, she hasn't missed a day. Like, she seriously is posting every single day, and people are watching you. They're watching your journey. And so even like, Angie, I know you go to the gym and I know you post, and sometimes people say dumb things, and maybe sometimes they don't say anything and they just like it and support you. No matter what, you're doing something better for yourself. And then knowing that you're part of a community that's doing that same thing, to me helped a lot, especially with posting, because Kylie was a teacher and she was, going through the same things that I was going through, like, what should I post, because I am a teacher. And some people are like, oh my gosh, you're a teacher, like, that's awesome. But at the same time, in this small community, teachers are held to a really high standard. And so when you post something on Facebook, even if you're in a freaking swimsuit on the beach where you should be, like, some people are like, oh my goodness, you're posting that, students are seeing that, like. And so we all might be teachers, or most of us might be teachers, but there's also things that come with that too. And so sometimes I'm like, it would be better if I wasn't a teacher, I could just post whatever I wanted. But I think you just kind of get in your own niche and you kind of get in your own comfortability, and then you kind of go from there. Sorry, we got kind of off topic, but does that help at all a little bit? Just knowing, I mean, you're not alone. I tell you it every single day. Like, I'm not going anywhere. My team's not going anywhere. Like, we're all here to support each other.
One thing I just wanted to throw out too is, how I know that it can, and I've been there, like when you feel like your entire world is falling apart and you think, how in the world am I going to do this by myself? Like, how can I do this? But in those months that I felt that way, besides my kids, the only thing that made me feel better was when a challenger or a coach of mine sent me a message and said, like, or even just checking in the challenge group and them being like, I got my workout in, you know, and I lost 5 pounds, or like their successes brought me up. Like, that made me feel better. So even though I was at my lowest point ever, they helped me get through that, because seeing that, okay, they're losing weight, they're having success, like, and it's because of me, because of my posting, because of my reaching out. Like, I took a little pride in that, and it brought me up too. So I honestly do understand where you're coming from. And did I freeze?
Your face freezes.
My face. Okay.
There you go.
And I'm so sorry you're going through that, because I feel you. I mean, I know just how the struggles and how you're feeling and everything, and I know kind of your hesitations and the reservations and stuff, but just know that it sometimes helping other people just helps you get through it too. You know, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
yeah. That's a good question. And like, I think for some reason, certain people, like, you're here and coaches are here, but I think once you're on our team and you notice, it's all here. Like, we're all together. I don't care if you're a 2-star, 1-star, you just started coaching. Everybody is equally important. Everybody matters. Everybody's life matters. I think, you know, even going through things with my husband and stuff, I think knowing I had somebody to go to talk to and just vent about certain things, or just hang out with and have fun, or just knowing I'm a part of something has helped me a lot too, because, you know, like with my thyroid and stuff, like some days, you know, are better than other days. And some days I stand in the mirror and cry and pick at myself. And my husband doesn't understand that, but you guys understand that and you guys get that. Mm-hmm. So just knowing that, like, some of our struggles and things might not be at an intensity level as other people, but we all kind of come together and understand and support each other. You know, guy or girl, you know, we have guys on our team. We do have husbands, you know, who can give information and stuff too. So just knowing that everyone's here to support you. So
I think it's a lot like your fitness journey too. You know, mm-hmm. We all start, or you can't compare you just starting coaching, whereas somebody that's been doing it almost 2 years, whereas you can't compare your fitness journey. I think it's the exact same thing. And I think that's one of the things you have to tell yourself is, you know, we all got to this point. We all started just like you. You know, we all were in those seats, had those reservations, were nervous. But I always ask people that are interested, or like they're kind of hesitant, I say, would it matter, or would it make a difference if you could influence and change one person? Like, if you put yourself out there and said, I'm going to coach, I'm going to help somebody, I'm going to share my story. If you changed one person's life, you know, would it be worth it?
Yeah. And I don't know if Amber is on the call. I think she might be on the phone, but she actually, I was talking to her way back in October, and I never even thought of asking her to join the challenge group, let alone coaching, just because I didn't have that connection with her. And then we started talking, and she just recently started coaching, and she reached out to me and she just shared things with me, like, you know, how incredible this opportunity is and how she just feels amazing, even helping one person, even having somebody message you and say, like, holy crap, you inspire me. Like, I know every single person on this call has probably had somebody put something in your ear positively about your fitness journey, whether you are a coach or you're not a coach. Like, I'm sure Courtney's been to work and someone's like, oh my God, you look fabulous. You know, I know her mom has been on this journey with her too. Like, I would die to have my mom on this journey with me. Like, she's kind of in and out, and I would seriously give anything for my mom to be 100% with me. And so that's something that I don't take lightly. Like, so I don't think, Courtney, you should either. You know, having your mom follow you is incredible. Like, Andrew, when you posted about, you know, your mom going to the gym with you, I started crying because, like, I literally give anything for my mom to, like, join me. And so, you know, there's different things. There's different, you know, positive and negatives, but just knowing that, you know, coaching, you can save one person's life. And, like, having calls like this right now, it might not seem mind-blowing to you, but I'm sure it does to Kylie, because she started with herself, and then I joined her, and then Erin joined us, and then everybody, like Riley and Autumn, like we all just joined together, and now there's, you know, a screen of like 12 people or whatever, and it's just, it's crazy. Like it is absolutely crazy to just know, even for Kylie, like just to start one day, she was like, you know what, I'm going to start coaching because I want to help one person. And now, you know, it's in the hundreds because of the fact that she helped one person. And so I think that too, yeah, you know, it is just the beginning. Everything you have to start somewhere, and being scared and being vulnerable is the best place to start. It's the, you know, whether it's coaching, whether I remember when I first started teaching, I was like scared out of my mind to have my own classroom and have to like, you know, classroom management and all this stuff. And I was so scared. And I think I was the same way with coaching and stuff, but I think that's because you care enough that you want to do well. You want to help somebody. And so you have those fears and doubts because you care. You know, and you're on this call maybe because you're interested in coaching. Maybe it's because you're like, why the hell are you on my Facebook newsfeed all the time? Like, what is the whole point of this thing? But I hope that, you know, everybody on here has seen everyone's post on Facebook if you're coaches. And I hope you're like, oh my goodness, every single day you're showing up, you're just sharing your journey and you're having fun. And, you know, it is a great community to be a part of. And so I hope that kind of helps too. Amber said, it is scary to step outside of your comfort zone, but once you do it, it gives you the feeling that you can literally do anything. And I completely agree. I never thought possible that I would be able to make Beachbody something, you know, bigger than myself, I guess, because when I started with Kylie, I just wanted to look better and feel better. And now I'm helping hundreds of people do that. And it's just incredible. So, you know, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. So that's kind of something I always remind myself of too. You guys have any other like things any other questions or anything? Autumn said she knows her habits have rubbed off on her son, so that's awesome with his eating and stuff. And I know my niece, she's a Shakeology lover. She's only 5, but she doesn't know it yet. She's the next coach, so when she's old enough. But it does. You do rub off on your kids and your family and, you know, anything. So that's kind of something too. Courtney, do you have anything that like you're itching to like know or anything?
Um,
I love just calling you out. I'm a teacher. If you don't raise your hand, I'm calling on you.
yeah, thanks a lot for that. I don't know, come back to me. I'll think of something.
Okay. No, it's fine. I just didn't. I always tend to blab and stuff. I think I got that from Kylie. Anyway, I don't think she heard me. Did you hear me, Kylie? I just said I learned blabbing from you.
Don't worry, Kevin came and shut the door like 5 minutes ago because I was talking too loud. So.
Oh man, but
Say hi to everybody. Say hi.
Aw.
I'm trying to tire him out so he'll sleep.
Oh. Have him come hang out with Aaron. He doesn't have school tomorrow. And that would be good birth control. But I mean, there's other questions, you know, like how do you get started? What do you do when you start coaching? We run trainings. Right now we have a 30-day training and we literally post one thing every single day to just kind of help you. I know Amber's in that group right now, but like I've been posting, you know, one thing a day. Like here's one thing I want you to just read and take in. And I would say out of everyone in the group, probably 90% of them have already like surpassed the training because they're just ready. Sometimes you just are ready. You're just ready to go. You're ready to coach and help people. You will have questions. I still have questions, for gosh sakes. Like I still, you know, ask Kylie questions. I know like Erin has been coaching with me for a while too. Like she has questions sometimes. You know, posting, it evolves. Asking people, it just kind of keeps that getting better with practice. You know, I would encourage, if you start coaching, I would encourage, you know, just finding something to dive into. I've been listening to a push coach. His name's Josh Coates, and I actually get to see him next weekend. But also just like reading something. So I know this was a really good book Kylie gave me when I first started coaching. It's a great book. Like it has cuss words, so I'm not going to say it out loud in case they're listening, but like just listening or reading something else, like diving into something else, because I read this book and like there's like every single page I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can totally do this. I have to do this. I can go and, you know, whatever. And I just have noticed that diving into like a personal development book, it's not for teachers. It's not just for teachers. It's literally for everybody. You know, doing affirmations in the morning. So like, what are 5 things you can tell yourself every single morning to kind of help you grow, help you believe in yourself. And so, you know, if you are going through a tough time, or maybe you're just starting coaching, you know, telling yourself 5 positive things every single morning until you actually believe them yourself. Reading personal development, I think, has helped a lot. I know we listen to Josh Coates in the car, and Aaron acts like he doesn't like it, but I know he does because he repeats them sometimes. So, but yeah, and that would be a really good book too, P.S. I'm not going to read the title, but yeah.
I just reread this for the second time, and I don't know if you can see like how many of the pages I have like dog tagged or whatever. Like it's literally every other page.
Yeah.
Like I just go through and I'm just going to say this, and if you have kids, plug their ears, but this is my favorite freaking quote out of this whole book. In order to kick ass, you must first lift up your foot. Boom. Favorite quote out of the whole entire book. Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree though. Like, and I mean, there's questions with like coaching with like, how do you make money and things like that? You make, you know, commission off of things you sell. You know, if you're interested in coaching, you can reach out to whoever invited you and we can explain it more. I just feel like our conversations are more about coaching. But if you know, want to talk numbers, you want to talk money, obviously you make commissions off of people that you help and sign up. The only thing is when I first started coaching you guys, it's not a get rich quick thing. Again, it's whatever you put into it. So if you're not willing to put time and energy into coaching, don't expect to be being compensated and stuff for it. So, you know, if you put in 1 hour a day, you can grow your business immensely as long as you're doing the right things for that hour of that day. Let's say you have more time, like 4 hours a night or something. You have more time and things like that. Like you can, you know, create an income to kind of make yourself stable and things like that. And so, you know, you do make commissions off of, you know, challenge packs and products and things that you sell. You get volume from orders, and you also, those turn into dollars as well. And then, you know, as you move up in ranks and things like that, you can get bonuses. And so, but to be honest, it sounds crazy, but I started coaching and it wasn't for the money. And now I've surpassed my teaching salary. So I think if you have the right mindset, you can really do incredible things. If you're sitting here saying like, I need to make this much money every single week, it can be a good thing, but it also can be a crappy thing, because you want to be here to help people. And I know there's a lot of nurses and teachers and moms and stuff, and those make like the best coaches, I think, just because we just want to help people anyway. I don't know, Kylie, if you want to hit on anything else with, oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I just typed it, but it's definitely just a direct reflection of how many lives you change. You know, and Beachbody doesn't guarantee you any level of success or anything like that. And I agree with Megan. Like when I started, it was to help people too. But I did have that in my mind where it's like, you know, as a teacher or whatever profession, I didn't make enough. I wanted the extra money to help start paying off debt and all that kind of stuff. So that was another reason kind of why I started, because I didn't want to pick up a part-time job and have to be gone at night. Like that is honestly one of my best aspects for coaching, is that I can do it. Like I'm literally on my computer and my son's like right there, you know, like how many other jobs can you do that where you can have your kid right there with you and stuff? So that was one of the biggest things for me. You know, besides that point of helping people, you know, obviously we all come into it as wanting to help people, because if you didn't, then you wouldn't last very long. But, so yeah, it's just directly reflected on how many lives. And honestly, like I've been coaching, it'll be 2 years in July. I've been actually coaching, and I still don't understand everything about how we get paid. I'll just be honest. Like I try to explain it to new coaches, and I'm just like, I still don't understand it myself, because it doesn't matter to me. Like, it doesn't matter how this works and this works and this works. I just know the more people that myself and our team helps, that changes and that reflects it. So I guess I just focus more on that, like the people and who's helping, who's changing, who's loving it, and focus on that. And the way that you earn money just follows along with that. Would you agree, Megan? Is that a good way to say it?
Yeah. I mean, you can figure out your income and things, and you can tell if you're helping people and signing people up. Obviously, your income is going to grow. If you move up, in ranks and things like that, your income's going to grow. There's certain things with volume where your orders come in, you get more volume, those things grow. But honestly, if you want to make that income, you move your business forward. How do you move your business forward? You find incredible people like you guys that are on the call, and you build an empire. That's pretty much, So I don't know if you guys have any other questions, but those were the ones that I got asked today, just to kind of cover and stuff. I don't know, Kylie, if you had anything, or any of you guys other coaches. Autumn, I know I didn't, if you have anything to share too. Anything. You're a busy mom. And you're going through a lot too. So, I mean, it is incredible though, like the support our teams have.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a nurse. I work at a bank.
She takes care of all of our money.
No, I review loans for a living. Woo!
That's good. I can relate to that. I'm an accountant, so I'm not about helping people at all. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a nurse. I'm not in the public service industry.
You're a dog mom.
I'm a dog mom. I love them, but I look at numbers all day long.
You shop. You give back to people.
Do I?
I don't know. I'm just trying to find.
I don't think I shop that much.
Oh, maybe that's me. Crap. That didn't work out. But seriously, like, you don't have to be a teacher or a nurse. Like, you don't have to. I'm just saying that most professions, that if they are a nurse or they are a mom or even a dog mom, Angela, like, it doesn't matter. You can be a dad for all I care. Like, my husband would be an incredible coach if he would just, I don't know, learn to take selfies. But seriously, like, people are out there and people care about other people. You guys all care about your family members, I'm sure. You all care about your mothers or your parents or kids or somebody. And just caring about one other person or caring about other people, can really change this whole thing. And I think that does make an incredible coach. And I think you grow into the coach you want to be. I don't think when you sign up as a coach, you're a coach you're going to be the rest of your life. Because if that's the case, nobody would be on this call. So I think you do grow.
To be completely honest, when I started coaching, I was at the lowest point in my life. I've been going through my divorce for a little under a year. November of 2015 is when it really started. So, I was at a low. I have my son 90% of the time. So it's me and him. Full-time job, his mom, and dealing with a bunch of crap.
And you're
never
so smiling
a pile of crap.
But yeah, I think you just find, I don't know, I think coaching brings out like the goodness in your life too. I think.
Yes.
So, but I don't have any other questions to answer. I don't know if you guys have any other questions. I hope we answered anything that you guys were like worrying about, wondering about. There's a question. Yeah, it is game time. Nobody cares about Iowa State. Okay.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm like, I hope we're done by 9.
Yeah, yuck. No, but seriously, if you guys are looking, to, oh my gosh, now everyone, Riley Mars, you do not like Iowa State.
I don't want to talk about it right now.
Where's Angela at? Get back on this call and
I'm totally Iowa State.
I'm here.
cheer for the Hawkeyes for like 5 seconds, or even KU for God's sake.
I'm a Notre Dame fan, so.
Okay, that's fine. Like Iowa State, we don't care. Oh my gosh, I'm cheering for Nevada. Go Nevada. You guys know you're playing Nevada, right? You guys care about that? Just kidding. Oh my God, everybody. I need new friends. Okay, whatever.
I'll just say that this call has been like the highlight of my day. Can I just say that? Like, I'm being totally honest.
See? Brings out great things. Hold on. Yes, Autumn. Thank God for Autumn, Iowa fan. And actually, I think Kylie's husband likes Iowa, which is really weird.
So 2 out of 12. What percentage is that?
Really good.
I'm Iowa too.
Oh, okay. 3 out of 12.
So now what? We're only at like a fourth. Crap.
Oh, crap. There's only 9 people on here right now. There was 12 at one point, and they count for us. So.
No, because I'm pretty sure Amber. Actually, I don't really know. Everybody likes Iowa State for some reason.
Oh.
But okay, that's all I have. I know you guys want to go watch the game and stuff. So if you guys are, ready to coach, if you're ready to do this, we do have a training. April 3rd, I believe, is the first day in April. So we always start on like that first Monday in April. We walk you through everything. We literally, show you every single step. We walk you through, the back office and running the behind the scenes stuff. We show you, the little checklists and things that you go through as a coach. We talk you through so much. We give you so much support. We're here for you. It's not like, okay, Angela, you're coaching. Yeah, see you later. Like, it's not like that. It's literally calls like this weekly. It's meeting, hanging out, talking, being there and supporting each other. So it's just absolutely incredible. And I know it's changed my life. So I hope it's ready to change yours. But all right.